In this channel, we do math for fun.
Hello everyone, today we're going to do the 2020 Chapter Math Counts Sprint Round. Question number 1. How many minutes are in 4.5 hours? So one hour is equivalent to 60 minutes, meaning that 4.5 hours is equivalent to 60 times 4.5 minutes, which is just 240 plus 30, or 270. So the answer is 270 minutes. Herbert's gift basket contains 3 oranges for every 5 apples. If the basket has 9 oranges, how many apples does it have? So 3 oranges corresponds to 5 apples. 9 oranges, 3 times the amount of oranges, corresponds to 3 times the amount of apples, which is 15 apples. So it has 15 apples. If x equals 1/2 and y equals 6, what is the value of 12xy? So just plug in x and y in this expression. 12 times 1/2 times 6 equals 12 times 3 equals 36. The table shows the minimum and the maximum wind speeds for 4 categories of hurricanes. What is the absolute difference between the minimum wind speed of a Category 4 hurricane and the maximum wind speed of a Category 1 hurricane? So the minimum wind speed of a Category 4 hurricane is here. The maximum wind speed of a Category 1 hurricane is here. So that's just 130 minus 95, which is equal to 35. So answer is just 35. What is the perimeter of a square whose area is 144 centimeters squared? So you know that the area of a square is equal to s squared, where s is the side length. And since the area is 144, the side length is 12. The perimeter is just 4s, since there's 4 sides in a square, and each side is the same length. So the perimeter is 4 times 12, or just 48 centimeters, of course. If 3 miles equal 1 league and 1 league equals 24 furlongs, how many furlongs are equal to 1 mile? Just plug in 1 league equals 24 furlongs equals 3 miles to 1 league. So 3 miles is equals 24 furlongs, meaning that 1 mile is equal to 8 furlongs. So the answer is 8. In quadrilateral ABCD, measure of angle A equals 119 degrees, measure of angle B equals 89 degrees, and measure of angle C equals 49 degrees. What is the degree measure of angle D? The sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees, since you can split the quadrilateral into 2 triangles. And the sum of the measures of the angles of the triangle is 180 degrees. So the measure of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So 119 plus 89 plus 49 plus the measure of angle D equals 360. D is equal to 360 minus 119 minus 89 minus 49. And 119 plus 89 plus 49 is just equal to 257. And that equals D, meaning that D equals 103. If the first 4 terms of a geometric sequence are 2, 4, 8, 16, what is the 5th term of this sequence? To solve this problem, we see the rule is 2, times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, and then this times 2 will just be 32. So our final answer is 32. Gladys draws 2 polygons. Her second polygon has 2 fewer than twice as many sides as her first polygon. If Gladys' first polygon is a triangle, how many sides does her second polygon have? A triangle has 3 sides. Twice of that, and then 2 fewer than that, is equal to 4, meaning that her second polygon has 4 sides. Lolly's Candy Store sells fruit-flavored candy rope, priced by length, at $4 per meter. At this rate, how much will it cost to buy 50 centimeters of candy rope? $4 per meter, meaning that is $4 per 100 centimeters, because there are 100 centimeters in a meter, meaning that it's $2 per 50 centimeters. So the answer is just $2. Misko had an average score of 70 for her first 3 rounds of golf. If her scores for the second 2 rounds were 68 and 72, what was her score for the third round? The average of 68 and 72 is just 70. We can easily see this because 68 is equal to 70 minus 2, and 72 is equal to 70 plus 2. And if the average of all 3 is also 70, that means the last one must be 70. In the figure shown, the shaded inner square has an area of 36 centimeters squared, and each of its vertices intersects the midpoint of a side of the outer square. What is the area of the outer square? Well, we divide this square into these sections, 4 sections, and we see that the square is half of the area of the outer square, so just double 36 centimeters squared, which is just 72 centimeters. So the area of the outer square is just 72 centimeters squared. Rafa and Sacha played a long 320-point tennis match. If Rafa ran an average of 12.7 meters per point, and Sacha ran an average of 11.8 meters per point, how many more meters did Rafa run over the course of the match? So that would just be 12.7 times 320 minus 11.8 times 320. So this would just be 0.9 times 320, and this is just equal to 288. The length and width of a rectangle out of the 16 units. What is the length of 3 times the width? The length is 3 times the width. What is the area of the rectangle? So the width is W, the length is 3W. So 3W plus W equals 16. 4W equals 16. W equals 4. This means that the area of the rectangle is just W times 3 times 4, which is just 4 times 12, which is just 48. So the answer is just 48. 15. What is the value of square root of 5 times 6 times 10 times 12? To solve this problem, we basically see that we can just factor this out. So 5 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 5 times 2 squared times 3 in the square root of all of that. We see this is the square root of 2 to the 4th times 3 squared times 5 squared. This equals 2 squared times 3 times 5, which is just equal to 60. On to problem 16. The figure shown is a square with sides of length 5 inches. The shaded strips run parallel to the sides of the square, and to divide the bottom left sides of the square into segments of length 1 inch. What is the total area of the shaded stripes? So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you see that the smaller black area is just 2 squared minus 1 squared, which is equal to 3. And the larger black area is 4 squared minus 3 squared, which is equal to 16 minus 9, which is 7. So 3 plus 7 is just 10. And the answer is 10. How many 2-digit prime numbers have 1 as their units digit? Let's just list out all the numbers that have 1 as the units digit and their 2-digit numbers. So 11, 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91. No, 91 works. 81 does not work. 71 works. 61 works. 51 does not work. 41 works. 31 works. 21 does not work. And 11 works. So the answer is just 6. Wait, 91 does not work. Sorry. Did you get tricked? I was trying to trick you here. So 5. For a charity walkathon, Jen donated $10 and pledged to donate 10 cents for every lap Mira walked. Joy pledged to donate 35 cents for every lap Mira walked. If the total amount Jen donated equals the total amount Joy donated, how many laps did Mira walk? So for this problem, we basically see that $10 is equal to 1,000 cents. So 1,000 plus 10x equals 35x. Since the total amount Jen donated equals the total amount that Joy donated, and x is the number of laps that Mira walked. So 1,000 equals 25x, meaning that x equals 40. So Mira walked 40 laps. Some of the digits in the following correctly worked arithmetic problem are missing. How many possible values are there for the digit represented by A? So here, we see that these are both 3-digit numbers, while this is a 4-digit number. So somehow you need a 1 carried right here, meaning that this can either be, A can either be 7, 8, or 9. However, A can also be 6 if you carry 1 from here, so A can also be 6. So there are 4 possible values for A. This figure shows 2 transparent foot-long rulers. The numerical markings on each ruler are in inches. If the marking on the top ruler is 6 inches, will line up with the bottom marking on the bottom ruler for Q inches. What is the value of Q? Express your answer as a mixed number. So we see here that a 3.5 lines up with a 1. And since the increments are constant for both rulers, that means that a 6 will line up with a 3.5. So the answer is just 3 1/2. Since from 3.5 we add a 2.5 to get 6, and a 1 we add a 2.5 to get 3.5. So the answer is just 3 1/2. On to question 21. Noah wants to fill in the 2 blanks in the numeral 5 blank 1 blank 2 to create a 5-digit positive integer that is divisible by 6. What is the greatest 5-digit multiple of 6 that he can create? So divisibility by 6 means that it has to be divisible by 2 and 3. It's already divisible by 2, so now it need to be divisible by 3. The largest possible sum of all the digits is 5 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 2, which is just equal to 26. But we need to make it 24 so that it is divisible by 3. The way we can do this is 5 plus 9 plus 1 plus 7 plus 2. So the answer is just 59172. What is the integer nearest to x if 3 to the x equals 1500? So to solve this problem, we basically see that 3 to the 6th equals 729, and 3 to the 7th equals 2187. And you know that x is between 6 and 7, but is it closer to 6 or is it closer to 7? We need to figure that out. And to solve this, we basically look at 3 to the 6.5. This is equal to 729 root 3, which is less than 1500. Since this is less than 1500, that means that the answer would be 7. Since 3 to the power of 6 something larger than 6.5 would be equal to 1500. So the answer is 7, since it's closer to 7. And this is true because root 3 is less than 2, and 729 root 3 is less than 2 times 729, which is 1458. How many different lines pass through at least 2 of the 9 points in the grid below? So to count this without restrictions, we basically just do 9 choose 2, since 2 points form a line. 9 choose 2 equals 36. However, we overcount some. Since for every 3 points that are in a line, we count this one once, count this one, and then we count this one. So this means we counted this one line 3 times. So we need to subtract 2 of the 3 cases. And how many of those lines are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need to subtract 8 times 2, meaning that the final answer is 20. Question 24. If parentheses 2x minus 3 cubed equals a3x cubed plus a2x squared plus a1x plus a0, what is the value of a3 plus a2 plus a1 plus a0? To solve this problem, we basically plug in 1 for x. Because on the right side becomes a3 plus a2 plus a1 plus a0. On the left side becomes 2 times 1 minus 3 all cubed, which equals -1 cubed, which equals negative 1. So the answer is just -1. 10,000 marbles are released from the top pipe as shown and rode down the pipe system. Anytime the pipe forks, the marbles split in proportion to the cross-sectional areas of the pipes. All pipes have circular cross-sections with diameters indicated in the figure. How many marbles exit through the bottom middle pipe? So the ratio of the diameters of this and this is 10 to 20. That means the ratio is 1 to 2, meaning the cross-sectional areas ratio is 1 to 4. So that means 1/5 the marbles row down here and 4/5 the marbles row down there. So 2,000 row down here and 8,000 row down here. And a ratio of 30 to 10 in diameter is the same as a ratio of 9 to 1 in cross-sectional area. And a ratio of 10 to 20 in diameter is the same as a ratio of 1 to 4 in cross-sectional area. So that means that 1/10 of 2,000 marbles row down the middle pipe, and 1/5 of 8,000 marbles row down the middle pipe. And this is equal to 200 plus 1,600, which equals 1,800. A rectangular prism of size 3 times 4 times 5 is made from 60 unit cubes, including the full 3 times 4 times 5 prism and the 60 unit cubes. How many total rectangular prisms can be found in a large rectangular prism by taking a subset of the 60 cubes? To solve this problem, we basically see that we just do 4 choose 2 times 5 choose 2 times 6 choose 2. This is because there are 4 planes on the 3 side, there are 5 planes on the 4 side, and there are 6 planes on the 5 side to choose from. And 3 planes make up, in their separate dimensions, make up a single rectangular prism. So that's how we do it. So 4 choose 2 is 6, 5 choose 2 is 10, and 6 choose 2 is 15. So 6 times 10 times 15 is just 900. So the answer is just 900. Miss Pauling's chemistry class has 5 lab benches, each of which have seats 2 students. If 6 students file into an otherwise empty classroom, and each student picks a random available open seat, what is the probability that at least one of the lab benches is completely empty? So we just do 1 minus the probability that all of them are filled. If all of them are filled with the 5 lab benches, that means, and there's 6 students, that means 1 must be completely filled, while the other 4 must seat 1 student each. So the probability of this, the total number of possibilities that status indication is given, is just there are 6 choose 2 ways of finding the 2 students that sit together, 2 ways to flip them, and then 5 benches to choose from. And then there are 8 seats left to choose the next student, and 6 seats, and then 4 seats and 2 seats. Because let's say A sits here, B sits here. Then there are still 8 seats left to choose for C, 6 seats left to choose for D, 4 seats left to choose for E, and then 2 seats left for F. And the total number of possibilities is just 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5. Since there are 10 seats and 9 seats and 8 seats and 7 seats and 6 seats and 5 seats. And then these will cancel out. So the 6 and 6 will cancel out. The 8 and 8 will cancel out. The 15, this will cancel out with this and this with the 3 left over. And a 5 and 5 will cancel out. So the answer is just 8 over 21, and then 1 minus that. So the answer is just 13 over 21. Question number 28. In the figure, a kite with 2 right angles is circumscribed by a circle. A circle is then circumscribed by a square such that the diagonals of the kite are parallel to the sides of the square as shown. The longer sides of the kite each have length x meters. The sides of the kite divide the square into 3 regions, shaded dark gray, white, and light gray, as shown, with each region has of an area of 2 meters squared. If x squared equals a plus root b, what is the value of a plus b? For first, you see that the entire area of the square is 6, so that means each side length is root 6. Since this side is parallel, this diagonal is parallel to the side length, this is also root 6. And let's call this x and call this y. The long length is x and the shorter length is y. X squared plus y squared equals 6. Xy equals 2 because x times y over 2 equals 1. And this area right here is just 1. And this is x, one length, side length, times y, the other side length, and that over 2 equals 1. So xy equals 2. And to solve x and y from here, we basically see that we can plug in y as 2 over x. So x squared plus 4 over x squared equals 6. This means that x to the 4th minus 6x squared plus 4 equals 0, which means that x squared minus 3 squared minus 5 equals 0, meaning that x squared equals root 5 plus 3. Note that this is not negative root 5 plus 3, since that is y, and y is a smaller one. So the answer is just root 5 plus 3, and 5 plus 3 is 8, so the actual answer is 8. Moving on to question number 29. When 9 factorial is expressed as an integer in base 9, the result ends in m zeros. In the last non-zero digit immediately preceding the m zeros is n. What is the value of the ordered pair m, n? So to solve this problem, we basically see that in base 9, numbers are written like this. A times 9 to the 0th power plus b times 9 to the 1st power plus c times 9 to the 2nd power plus d times 9 to the 3rd power plus on and on. And we're just trying to find the largest value of 9 such that largest value of x such that 9 to the x is divisible by 9 factorial. Since that means that all of those C, B, A would all be 0, or B and A will be 0. That's number zeros in base 9. And to find this, we just know that 9 equals 3 squared, so 3 to the power 2x to divides 9 factorial. Now you're going to find the largest value of 2x such that 2x divides 9 factorial. And to find this, we just do 9 divided by 3 plus 9 divided by 9. When this equals 4, meaning that x equals 2. Now we know that it equals 0 times 9 to the 0 plus 0 times 9 to the 1 plus a times 9 to the 2 plus b times 9 to the 3 plus on and on. So we know that there are 2 zeros. So m equals 2. However, we do not know what the value of a is, which is the digit that immediately precedes the m zeros. To find out what a is, we basically take it mod 9 cubed, which is 729. We take 9 factorial mod 729. But 9 factorial is already divisible by 81, so we take out the 81. So mod 9. And we take out the 81, so it's be 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2. So take out the 9, 81, which is take out the 9, the 6 becomes a 2, and take out the 3. And 8 is -1 mod 9, 7 is -2 mod 9, 2 is 2 mod 9, 5 is -4 mod 9, 4 is 4 mod 9, and 2 is 2 mod 9. And multiplying all this together, we get -128 mod 9, which is equal to 7 mod 9. So n is just 7. So the answer is just 2, 7. Question number 30. This is the last question. Triangle ABC has vertices A at 0, 5, B at 12, 0, and C at 0, 0 in the coordinate plane. The image when triangle ABC is located clockwise about the origin is triangle A prime, B prime, C prime with vertex A prime at 3, 4. What fraction of the area of A prime, B prime, C prime is below the x-axis? Express your answer as a common fraction. So drawing the coordinate plane, we see that the original triangle looks like this, and that triangle rotated looks like something like this. We're trying to find the length of this over the length of this, since that is the ratio of the area of this, the ratio of the area of that. If we draw an angle this right here, we can transfer that angle here. And then we can find the ratio of the length of this, the ratio of length of this, which is our answer. Or we can find the ratio of the length of this, the ratio of length of this, which is still our answer. And to find that, we basically see that the slope of this line right here is 4 over 3x, and the slope of this line is -3 over 4x. That means this line, the slope of that line, is just that reflected over the x-axis, which is just 3 over 4x. We see that 3 over 4x equals -5 over 12x plus 5. And this is because this line right here, the equation for that line is y equals -5 over 12x plus 5. We find out that x is just 30 over 7. Now after finding out what x is, we can find what y is. So we have our triangle again, like this. Find out x is 30 over 7. And now to find out y, we just plug in 30 over 7 in the equation to see that y is 45 over 14. And the ratio of this length to this length is the same as the ratio of this length to this length by similar triangles. So the ratio of this length to this length is the ratio of this area to this area. And that's what we're trying to find. So 45 over 14 divided by this, which is 5, is equal to 9 over 14. And 9 over 14 is our final answer.
Please make sure to subscribe, share, and like this video, as well as turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye!